Hello. 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 Welcome to Prog Reborn. My name is M. Kosler, and this is my progression-style playthrough of Final Fantasy XIV. If you've never seen or heard of a progression-style playthrough, you can always check out the introductory video, typing !intro in live chat if you happen to be there. And if you don't happen to be there, if you happen to be watching the VOD, you can always check out the video description for that same link. As well, if you'd like to know when I go live for these things, best and easiest way is to just go ahead and subscribe to the channel. But if that doesn't work out for you, you can always join the community Discord, !Discord gets you that Discord invite link. You can also, again, check out the description below for that same invite link. Finally, this is not a reaction style playthrough. This is not my first time through this content, so I may or may not reference bits of information from stuff that would be spoilers to this character. My main is up to date with patch 6.55, so anything that is beyond 2.1 would be spoiler for this character where we are. So if you are worried about any sort of spoilers after 2.1, or any sort of spoilers related to publicly available Dawn Trail information, then this is your opportunity to scoot on out. So we had a bit of a shorter stream last stream. I was feeling a little tired, so cut it off early. But last stream was our first start of our patch 2.1 journey. We finally made it out of patch 2.0. And we stopped, I think, just before the Thornmarch fight, so we're probably going to get started onto that. As well, I need to, today, almost certainly, unlock the daily quests for the Sylphs and the Amalja, so we can get that rolling, because that's going to need to be something that I do until we get through with all that stuff. So yeah, let's not waste too much more time. Let's go ahead and talk to Isumiyan here. Welcome him. Welcome. That you should be the one to face Good King Moogle the 12th is of great comfort to me and to the elementals both. I wonder if that's explicit lines because I am level 50 in Conjurer. As I am sure you know, the Moogles are not by their nature a warlike race. Yet, should the king be suffered to remain, it is like that his influence will bring about a change in them. Thus it does behoove us to defeat him quickly, before any lasting damage is done. Make whatever provisions you deem necessary, and inform me when you're ready to seek the king. We can buy that. Keep having to adjust my mic because it's in the way of my vision. But there we go. You have selected Regicide. Brother Isumiyan would unfold to you the secrets of Good King Moogle of the 12th's magical defenses. The wards barring access to the king's sanctuary can only be nullified through the use of enchanted keystones. The self-same method employed 5 years ago, when first the king was summoned to Eorzea. It was with great regret that we were forced to sanction the slaying of the guardians who then held the keystones, for none were in our possession at the time. By the grace of the elementals, however, we have been spared that burden on this occasion. Kuplokop confided in me that he had been entrusted with a set of keystones by the Moogles Guard themselves. Yet, wishing not to betray their confidence, he begged me to find some other means to gain entry to the king's sanctum. Alas, I have been unable to do so, and dare not labor any longer, for fear the Moogles might succumb to the corrupting influence of their liege lord. We must needs have Kubla Kop's keystones, M. Pray go to him and beg his assistance. He awaits you at Wet Shore Pier. Impress upon him our great need, and I am certain he will yield. I believe Wet Shore Pier is... yeah, right here. Eat an egg. Lancers Guild is the closest one there. So, how will you do it, Kupo? Oh, he told you about that. Well, if there truly is no other way, I'll do it, Kupo. Take the ferry to Sweetbloom Pier. I'll go on ahead. Sweetbloom. It says purchase passage, but I don't think it actually costs anything. Summon Que. See if I remember. I don't really remember the Black Mage's AoE rotation. So what am I? I am 50. So Blizzard 2, Freeze, Thunder 2, Fire 2, Fire 2, Fire 2, Fire 2, Flare, repeat. Don't you dare lie to me, Kupo. I know what you're planning, and I won't allow it. Open your eyes, Kupo. The king will never be satisfied, no matter how many crystals you bring him. He offered you a choice. This is how you repay us, by consorting with this Rogadin. Imperials, Gordanians, Sylphs, you're no different from the rest of them. Actually, you're worse, Kupo. Traitor to his kin's Moogles. He plots treason against the crown. Enough. Kubla Kop will answer for his crime soon enough, as will all who defy the will of good King Moogle Mog the 12th. May he reign forevermore, Kupo. The king is planning to purge the 12's wood of his enemies, Kupo. We got to stop him before it's too late. The entrance to Thornmarch is deep within the bramble patch, Kupo. Take me there, I can nullify the ward. But be warned, the Muggle's Guard has set traps to lure enchanted beasts. I can't hide from them, so you'll need to protect me, Kupo. Escort, should you fail to defend, you return. They use this sparingly. This version of it. Typically, it's more about, you know, the what do you call it? The following mechanic. as well. Ding, ding, ding. One more right in front of the threshold. Oh. We're here, Kupo. Don't see any more beasts, do you? Are you ready to face the king, Kupo? And step closer to the ward. Raise your hand and focus. Like when you attune to an aetherite, Kupo, I'll open the way for you. What's the single target? I think it's, yeah, we don't add any like flares or anything like that. The rest is up to you, Kupo. Now go and teach those foolish Moogles a lesson and send the king back whence he came. Alrighty. I think we'll switch on over to White Mage. Help with the queue times. While we are waiting, switch back to Black Mage and leave. Let's look to see where. So the Amalja and the Sylphs. Okay, so the Sylph unlock is in Gridania. So let's go ahead. This one, Seeking Solace, yes. Commander Heloy seeks a capable adventurer for a most daunting assignment. Now here is a man who inspires confidence. It hardens me to see you stride into the Adder's Nest today, for I have a task of considerable breadth and even greater import. A task that calls out for a competent adventurer. Allow me to elaborate. In recent weeks, my eye has been drawn to unusual movements among the Sylphs. Charming yet troublesome beastmen with whom we share our forest home. In hopes of shedding light on their intentions, be they malicious or benign, I dispatched a young researcher to Little Solace to investigate further. The fellow goes by the name of Voice. Have you heard of him? It would seem he is rather accomplished in this field. He set out a fortnight ago and has been sending regular reports ever since. That is, until some 3 days past, though he was quick to assure me that his prodigious intellect and survival skills would ensure his safety. I cannot help but fear he has come to harm. Such is my request to you. Travel to Little Solace and inquire as to the well-being of our man. Seek out the Sylph Olmixio, who has oft acted as an intermediary between our peoples. Now go in safety and haste. The forest holds many dangers these days more than ever. Several people waiting. Same thing. Yep. Bum 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 bum. They've updated this trial from what it used to be. I don't remember if they changed the extreme or not as well, but they definitely updated the hard version. Well, who the seven hells are they? Meddling adventurers, I'd wager. Moogle's guard to arms, defend the king, Kubo. Dancing. Yep, I'm getting tank busted. Couldn't even take one step backwards, just to make sure. I think that was the tank that didn't have their immunity on. Threat generator. Tank stance. Sure. I'll wait long as we need. Definitely the paladin who we're waiting on. You did it, Kupo. You did it. Good King Moogle the 12th, may his mighty soul rest in peace, is no more. I shudder to think what might have happened had you not stopped the Muggle's guard when you did. Thank you, Em. Perhaps now they'll come to their senses and stop playing at fairy tales. Rest assured that the chieftain will have choice words for them too. You should go and tell Pukni Pak that the king is no more, Kupo. She's with Raya O at Camp Tranquil, and relay the news to the chieftain. We're in East Shroud. Let's go ahead and turn in this self-quest. Let's see. This one doesn't need a huge upgrade. I think the Black Mage is the one that needs a better upgrade. And I kind of wanted to just get away from the sword and board. Insufficient armory. Which one? Oh, not that. It's Control Eye. Gotcha. Boom, 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 boom. Walking one walks with strength and purpose, yes. This one is a busy one. State one's case and state it quickly. Scholar. Walking one is looking for smart one, yes. This one knows smart one. This one does know bumbling, stumbling one, but what business would anyone have with that one? Stumbling one's whereabouts? Why, right over... Wherever did that one bumble off to? Bumbling one likely stumbled off to see Elder One. Stumbling one is always bothering Elder One with silly questions. Bothersome one's blathering makes less sense than babbling brook, this one thinks. Brave one returns to see these ones. This one is honored. Word of brave one's deeds comes often to Little Solace. These ones are honored to call brave one friend. Brave one is searching for scholarly one. Brave one cannot possibly mean that one. This one has met many walking ones, and that one has all the wits of a winged rat. 3 days ago, Witless One stumbled off to Sylphlands, babbling something about research. This one knows little of research, but this one does know that the Sylphlands are no place for walking ones, and witless walking ones that much the less. Yes, these ones' ancient home is now the domain of touched ones, and those ones mean danger for these ones and walking ones alike. This one tried to stop Witless One, but Witless One's ears are stuffed with beeswax. Bumbling one set off for the Sylphlands. Bumbling one is even dumber than this one thought. Touched ones will greet Bumbling one with boom and sizzle. Then Bumbling one will be crispy one. This one thinks it's for the best. These ones will have one less worry. Walking one would go in search of that one. This one is confused. Take this one's word. That one is not worth the trouble. Walking one is certain. Then this one will not stand in walking one's way. But heed this one's warning. Be wary, or dead ones will number 2. Well, Mixio is perplexed by your concern for the hapless scholar. Walking one will truly go in search of Bumbling one. This one thought Walking one was making a joke. Any time this one stole Bumbling one's undergarments. This one does not understand what Walking one is thinking. This one would leave Bumbling one to bumble on one's own. But oh well, to each one one's own. This one saw Bumbling one stumble off toward Lark's Call, between this place and Touched One's home. Bumbling one is probably there, shivering in stockings, if Bumbling one found stockings anyway, which this one doubts. Be warned, Walking one, the trees have eyes, and report to Touched Ones. Walking one should not rush too quickly into Bumbling one's aid, lest Walking one fall into nasty trap. Walking one scribbles letters. Maybe Walking one is smart. That everyone was talking about. The smart one that everyone was talking about. Smart one? Heh. Smart one would not stumble so stupidly into these one's domain. Someone help me! They'll eat me alive! Shush, stupid one. These ones have no need for eating. Or did stupid one not read in stupid one's paper stacks? Stupid one is even stupider than this one thought. Now answer this one. Stupid one tries to sneak into these one's home and kidnap chosen one's podling, yes? Stupid one will go fast, or stupid one will be shocky, sizzling one. The chosen one? Podlings? What are... This one know it, or did this one know it? But this one... I was just repeating what... Silence. This one here is sneaking one. What one goes there? This one knows, boss one. This one has seen walking one and little solace. Walking one is strong, not like stupid one. This one will deal with stupid one another day. These ones be off. Oh, friend, how can I ever repay you? I thought I was a goner for sure. Whatever do you suppose got into those sylphs? The bestiaries describe them as such a carefree, fun-loving folk, and my rather limited first-hand experience has been the same. You tell, to whom do I owe this debt of gratitude? An adventurer dispatched by the order of the Twin Adder on behalf of little old me, you say? Bless the commander, always looking out for his charge. Well, I'd like nothing more than continue this conversation. Would you mind terribly if we did so back at Little Solace? This place is giving me the heebie-jeebies. Back to Little Solace. Music again. Oh, hello. I say, it's good to see you in one piece, friend. Oh, but where are my manners? I've not even properly introduced myself. Voice, Gridania's foremost scholar of Sylphic customs and lore, at your service. Well, at least that's what I told the commander when I volunteered for this mission. Just between you and me, I'm actually rather new to the field. But I've long been fascinated by the little creatures, and thought this the perfect opportunity to make a name for myself. Which reminds me, I was thumbing through one of my tomes and... I borrowed from Still Glade fame when I came across a particular fascinating passage of a legendary sylph who is said to possess such power that she controls the very fate of her people. Now I realized that this might sound crazy, but I couldn't help but wonder if this might be the self-same Chosen One that frightful sylph was. Chosen One? Well, does this one know the legend? Chosen One, the one who embodies the spirit of all trees that ever have lived and ever will live in these one's forest home. Once every 1,000 years does Chosen One sprout forth, to lead these ones into a new era before returning to slumber, birth and rebirth, such as the cycle of these ones' civilization. 1,000 years, eh? So if the last recorded sighting of the Chosen One was... Yes, that would mean that the next rebirth would occur in... just give me a moment now. And carry the one and... Elder One, could it be that rebirth of Chosen One is nigh and the Touch Ones are plotting something? Oh, well, I believe our sylph friend here has the right of it. This one does not like this at all. Something must be done. Something, yes, something indeed must be done. Yet many questions of import remain to be answered. As such, where might we find this Chosen One, and what is the true nature of this power she holds? And most importantly of all, where, pray tell, did I misplace my underclothes? No, not if this is related to the coming of the Chosen Ones, but the Twelvefoot is terribly chilly these days. But regardless, I swear now that I shall remain at Little Solace until these mysteries are unraveled. It was not by dumb luck that I was chosen for this task. No, the esteemed leaders of my nation knew that. They do that. Ugh, why, it is rather cold, isn't it? Allow me a moment's respite. This one is worried. If Chosen One falls into the hands of Touched Ones, it could mean the end for these ones. This one must see to the safety of Little Solace. Search for chosen one. This one will trust walking one. Coughing one spouts big words, but has not the strength to save these ones. This can be seen by anyone. And so this one turns to walking one. Will walking one help these ones? And count on me. Thank you, walking one. Walking one is true friend to these ones. This one will not forget friendly one's kindness. Unlocked. There we go. Cool. Alright, we're not gonna start that yet. We'll come back after we finish the MSQ. Do I dare believe my ears? Good King Moogle the 12th, may his magnificent virtue serve as an example to all of us, has fallen. All of Moogle kind owes you a debt, Kupo. And I sense Ryo wishes to congratulate you as well. I shall let you two speak without fear of interruption. Ryo Senna wishes to congratulate you on your victory over Good King Moogle the 12th. Your brave service to the Twelveswood and her Moogles shall not be forgotten, Em. My sister will doubtless wish to hear the tale of this victory from the mouth of the man responsible. Pray return to the Lotus Stand and treat her to a full account of the day's events, while the details are yet fresh in your mind. Yep, I can use my return. Conjurer's Guild. The Elder Seedseer is expecting you, sir. May I show you in? Kublakop says you killed the king. Pleased, of course, but it completely spoiled the end of your story. Silly Moogle. By Louis Soir's definition, the late King Moogle Mog the 12th was indeed a primal. But how can that be? It defies all precedent. Everyone wants to hear of your tale, Kupo. What are you waiting for? Tell them, tell them. You are returned to us, unharmed and victorious. Thus I have 2 reasons to be glad. Yet many questions remain unanswered. If you would be so kind as to oblige me, I would fain hear all that occurred in Thornmarch. It is as we feared. King really is a primal. But he really isn't, is he? I mean, the Moogles don't worship him, for one thing. He's not even a god to them. That doesn't sound like any primal I've ever heard of. And mayhap the fault lies with the definition. The fact remains that through a combination of power contained in the crystals, in the force of their collective faith, the Moogles called forth a being that by rights should not exist. Moreover, when slain, said being left no corpse, which comprised him instead being scattered to the 4 winds. According to the accepted definition, he may not be a primal, but the mode of his manifestation was in every respect the same. Which means... Ascians. This whole business reeks of their handiwork. Kupo, they said it was a masked man who taught them how, years ago, but Gridania has no shortage of masked men, and I never thought to question. Found it all. How many more will they ensnare with their tainted gifts? Too many, I fear. So long as there are paragons to stir the embers, fools to build the pyre, and crystals to feed the flames, Ever and again shall we suffer primal visitation. Somber thought, but a salutary one. My heartfelt thanks, Em. Already, the information you have provided has proven invaluable. The Grand Serpent Marshal and I have much to discuss. Oh, before you do that, my lady, I was hoping we might finish that discussing that other matter. The matter of which you speak has now been settled. The Scions shall not want for support. We shall be glad to send additional supplies to Revenant's Toll. We knew we could count on you, my lady. While Ida and I remain to discuss the particulars of our arrangement with the Elder Seedseer, maybe you could return to the Waking Sands and apprise the antecedent of all that transpired. To the Waking Sands. They just released a very minor patch that increased the number of Vesper Bay Aetheryte tickets after we had completed them. So, fortunately, we do not. We are now out of Aetheryte tickets. I don't think we get any in the patch content quests. I think it's only in the main content. It's the same as you said before. Same stance over here. Anybody new over here? Oop, we are missing a few people, but I don't know if anybody has anything new to say. It's the same. Do you got anything new to say, Urianger? It's good to see you hale and healthy, Em. I received word from Ida and Papalimo that you had felled good King Moogle the 12th, but I had hoped to hear your version of the tale. So it was as they said, summoned by the same methods used by the Beast Tribes and taught by the Ascians. Though unfortunate, this incident did at least serve to remind the Elder Seedseer of our usefulness. Her offer of additional support could not have come at a better time. My thanks, Em. Time has come at last to leave Vesper Bay, and Menphilia would apprise you of the final details of the move. Okay, I think this is where Elidibus shows up. Owing to the tireless efforts of all concerned, we are, at long last, ready to bid farewell to Vesper Bay. So as to avoid drawing undue attention, we shall make the journey to Revenant's Toll in small groups, departing at irregular intervals. Lest you doubt, it is still my intention to conduct future operations openly, but on this particular occasion, the need for caution overrides all other concerns. The move north as one ponderous caravan would only serve to invite attack. It seems only right that I should be the last to leave, and I would have you remain with me until the end, Em. Upon my departure, the Waking Sands will formally cease to be our headquarters, and the premises will be given into the care of Urianger. I had thought to relinquish the property, but he was quite adamant, and I had not the heart to disagree. The walls have borne witness to some of the brightest and darkest moments in our Order's history. Mayhap it is best that we do not forsake them entirely. Urianger shall remain here and devote his energies to studying the nature of primals. By the grace of the 12, he will one day discover the permanent solution that we have sought for so long. Of course, he will not be alone. Alzay shall continue to work closely with him as well. If they require our assistance, I have their assurances that they will not hesitate to contact us. I wonder if that one required you to have done binding coils, because otherwise you'd have had no idea that Alzay was there. Speaking of Urianger, would you inquire of him if any tasks remain undone? I cannot escape the feeling that I have forgotten something important. I've forgotten that I need to leave the room. It's the same. There. There. Still there. Thou art ever welcome, Im, but I require no assistance. Pray take thy leave unburdened by concern for my well-being. Verily, thy countenance bespeaks a desire to quit this place without further delay. Mayhap thou thinkest this chapter of our tale concluded, that these halls should rightly be consigned to the annals of history. Man's eagerness to seize the future, how readily he doth set down the past. Full many a proud pioneer hath bravenly stridden into the great unknown, only to find there the banner of his ancestor faded by eons. And still man glorieth in his discoveries. 'Tis through his pride that wisdom doth ever give way to ignorance, while they who lurk in shadow remain hidden, lost no sooner than they are found. Be not offended, Im. Thy conduct hath ever been beyond reproach, despite thy surpassing strength. All thy many victories, thou hast never been so convinced of thine own greatness as to imagine thyself above the failings of thy forebears. Mayhap it is the echo which hath opened thine eyes to the lessons of history. Would that the same could be said of. Whence came that cry? The solar, 12 for Fend, the antecedent. You must... Bringing the echo back up, because it's been a while since I think we've used it. Tell me, Louis-Soix, would you have done the same? Louis-Soix Levier was a remarkable man, wise beyond mortal measure. That I met him prior to his passing. I cannot do an Elizabeth's voice. It's too good. An Ascian here? How? How readily you see. You are indeed a gifted antecedent. But you're not like the others. Your robes. Gifted, but ignorant. Yet I shall not judge you harshly. The fault lies with your forebears. It's been millennia. Mine are the robes of an emissary. Like he who came before, I have no quarrel with you. He who... You speak of La Habrea? La Habrea is a warrior. He fought, he fell. He may yet learn from his mistakes. Then he is still... Come, I only confirm that which you already knew. There was no cessation, no oblivion, only expulsion. You... what are you? When you're ready, my lady, if there's nothing else. Is something the matter? I feel the same way. Everything that's happened here, it feels strange to leave, but I'm sure we'll soon get used to Evidence-Toll. Well, I'll let you say your goodbyes. As long as you like, my lady. You shall depart whenever you're ready. Like that they cut the music out when you couldn't see him. It's only to be expected. She likes the gift and the knowledge both. To her, we are indistinct. I do not understand. Shadowless, fleshless, formless. What truth there is in each tale is diluted by time and telling. Knowledge dictates expectation, and expectation colors perception. Did she perceive not? So it is with all but a chosen few. And you, when young, could not yet see with eyes unclouded. You know nothing about me. Nothing. Retcon. The gift grants you clarity. It grants you focus. With it, you may in time come to see us as we are, rather than this crude approximation. La Habrea did not think so highly of the Echo. La Habrea is wrong on a great many things. The Echo is indeed a gift, albeit one you have yet to master. And if we did, there would be no strife between our peoples, for we would be of one mind. I leave as I came in peace, antecedent. May we meet again as friends. Wait, stay where you are. Mayhap I was indelicate. This mercy, she shields her children from his grace with such resolve. Was it also by her hand that you survived the ardor, I wonder? That last line is definitely hinting at later revelations. I take it there's no need to explain. Save your concern. He did mean no lasting harm. Whatever his intention was, it was not to kill. I heard a cry. What happened? Are you alright? You look faint. You need to lie down. I can fetch you a flask of my special tonic. Oriange, send word to the students of Valesian. Tell them to scour the archives, the forbidden tomes in particular. If there is any reference to an Ascian robed in white, however oblique, I would know of it. An Ascian, my lady? Was that what gave you cause to cry out? I did but moments ago glimpse a figure clad in white set forth from the waking sands. Yet Ascians are wont to employ teleportation magics. Why would one be so brazen? In another weird retcon? Or maybe we just don't know? Maybe I'm forgetting? Because Tataru wouldn't see, or we just represented that she couldn't see him. But Oriange is now saying that he did see him leave. I know not and care not. Find him, M. Turn every stone in Vesper Bay if you have to. Pray attend me, Tataru. Let me go back through the the lines here. Okay. She lacks the gift and knowledge both. To her, we are indistinct, right? That's Tataru. That's Elidibus saying that Tataru cannot see Elidibus because she does not possess the echo. Knowledge dictates expectation, and expectation colors perception. Maybe not. Maybe they're saying it's not the echo. Maybe it's just the fact that Minfilia is... Well, no, because then they bring up the echo. I was gonna say, like, Minfilia is thinking about Asians, and so she was able to see it. But then they bring up the fact that La Habrea did not think so highly of the echo. Then Elizabeth is like, La Habrea was wrong. It's indeed a gift. There would be no strife between our peoples, sure. Because it basically hinting that we master the echo, we're essentially... Or essentially the only way that we would master the echo would be via the rejoinings. Leave as I came in peace. Is a mercy she shields her children from his grace with such resolve. Was it also by her hand that you survived the ardor, I wonder? You, which I believe he means Minfilia. He's not talking about me. Because he doesn't recognize me from what we know of 5.3. What was I gonna say? But this part right here was also by her hand that you survived the ardor. That makes it feel more like this is something that I don't really have. I don't really have a good answer for yet. Is everyone an ancient? And it's just Tataru hasn't had it awoken in her. Or is it that there are only some people that are ancients? Because in 5.2, I think it was, Elidibus Arbert summons the Star Shower, which awakens the echo in tons of people on Norvrant, but the scions don't, all the other scions that you're with aren't also like, oh, now I have the echo. We know that people like Alice and Alphino and Thancred and stuff don't have the echo. There's also this confusion here about Urianger noticing the man in white walking out of the Waking Sands. So why would Urianger be able to know, be able to perceive Elidibus unless he also had it? Unless Elidibus just decided, hey, I want them to follow me, so I'm going to become corporeal at this point. That could be an easy way out of it. Yeah, that probably one of the biggest things that I don't know. And if anybody is watching, whether the VOD or live, has any good answers on that, cite your sources. Is everyone a fragment of an ancient. I don't personally believe that can actually be true, given just by, population, how procreation happens. Unless there were billions and billions and billions of Ascian/ancients back in the day, and every time that Cat Mom has a litter of 12 kittens, she's just plucking from the reserves. I don't think that's how it would work. I think that there were the folks that were living on Etheris at the time of the Ardor who were split. And those folks, reincarnate essentially throughout the ages. But it doesn't mean that if Minfilia has a kid, that her kid is also a reincarnation of another Ascian. Yeah, exactly what I said earlier. Unless population, considering that every single reflection, the source plus the 10 and 3 reflections, all have population dynamics. Unless the source was just so crowded, so filled to the brim with ancients, that even with 14 times as many source and reflections out there, they haven't regained the population density of the world unsundered. It doesn't make sense to me. There's also reference about survived the Ardor. Could be something like that, where there were folks who were on the world unsundered. Let's see, do you have anything to say, Tatara? Tell me he's gone, Em. Tell me we're safe. We are safe, aren't we? Let me go back to Urianger, see if Urianger has anything to say. Do you have anything to say? We're completely unaware. I kind of doubt Urianger has anything to say, since he's probably... Oh no, there is something for the gifted. What this visitation doth portend, I cannot say, but that thou must pursue the Ascian is clear. Scour the Vesper Bay for signs of his passing, and fear not for the antecedent's well-being, should the fiend be so imprudent as to return to the waking sands. He shall not find us as unprepared a second time. The whole, awakening the echo in everyone thing. The way that it's portrayed in .5.3, but it's portrayed in 5.3 makes... I haven't really squared the circle there. I'm told you are the warrior of light. I would know for myself. I shall walk north, and you may choose to follow. Know, however, that you will be waylaid if you do. You may even perish. Should you survive, we shall speak anon. there. Two, three, four. It was 4 on the, look at this again. The AoE rotation. We're at 50 to 57. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, flare. Why it didn't count as, but I didn't have enough mana for it. Now I can flare. Remarkable. Truly remarkable. I thank you for granting me this indulgence. None save he who bested La Habrea could endure such an examination. Have the laws of man grown so twisted in my absence that it is now permitted to lay hands upon an emissary? You bore witness to my audience with the antecedent, did you not? Then you know I acted only in self-defense. I realize the same cannot be said of La Habrea. Even amongst his brethren, he is considered unique. Nevertheless, I cannot wholly condemn his misdeeds, for through them we discovered you, so strong in the gift that he could cast us out. Your mother favors you still, that much is plain. That was a weird camera move. But surely you must feel it. Her influence wanes, her strength shall soon be spent. These lands, these people, this world, all shall soon change. As it was, so it shall be again, as it should always have been. Doubt my claims and question my motives, if you will. Only believe me when I say this. I am Elidibus, emissary, bearer of the word of the one true God. We shall meet again. Go over the top? Yeah, okay. Thank the gods you've returned, Em. After you left, I began to worry that I might have sent you to your doom. I take it our visitor proved elusive. Beg pardon? I was waiting for you. What did you do? What did he say? As it was, so it shall be again. But when does he speak, and of what exactly? The words of this Elidibus portend much, but reveal nothing, save perhaps a measure of disdain for La Habrea. I had hoped for answers, but it seems I shall have to be content with a wealth of additional questions. Took down the Tup Samadhi. Alright, this is the last quest of 2.1. Infilia has a final favor to ask of you. Let us set aside the matter of this Ascian until after we have completed our move to the Rising Stones. There is but one final favor I would ask of you before I depart. I believe I mentioned that before that my father was a member of the Alamegan Resistance. The truth is, however, more complicated than that. As far as the Empire knew, he was their spy. He maintained the deception for nigh on half a decade, furnishing the Resistance with vital Imperial secrets while feeding his paymasters subtly conceived misinformation. When he died some 15 years ago, my father left behind his journal, which I have closely guarded ever since. It contains every shred of information he and his agents could steal on what they believed to be the greatest single threat to Eorzea, the Primals. Its wisdom has guided me throughout the years, though there is much within I still do not understand. It is my hope that Urianger will fare better. Tell him to treat it with care. It is all I have left of my father. Have anything else to say? Please, before I reconsider, give my father's journal to Urianger. New. Those folks. I thought thee departed. To what end dost thou linger? The legacy of Minfilia's father, who perished from the parade incident of 1562 when Agoburo broke free of its magical fetters and ran amok through the streets of Ul'dah. It contains a wealth of stolen Imperial research on the Primals, as well as other information which has yet to be deciphered. The father's final bequest, the daughter's lifelong labor. It is no small thing to surrender such a cherished memento. Well, can I imagine the antecedent's pain? Upon mine honor, I swear to spare no effort in the study of these materials, lest my lady's sacrifice be in vain. This is Minfilia. Forgive me, but I could wait no longer. I have departed for the Rising Stones. If you have yet to... Once you have given the journal to Urianger, I bid you come to the 7th Heaven in Revenant's Toll. Tataru will be there to show you inside our new headquarters. Assuming you've already attuned to it, you may wish to use our new Aetheryte and Revenant's Toll. After all, it is right on our doorstep. Do Revenant's Toll. Oh, Em, you're here. Good. We were all wondering when you'd show up. I was just telling your resident receptionist here. I'm pleased to inform you that all the documents have been prepared and all signatures signed. The Rising Stones is officially yours. Splendid. From this day forward, I will spare no effort in seeing that it is as welcoming and comfortable a home for us as the Waking Sands ever was. That said, it is all somewhat intimidating, is it not? So many unfamiliar places and unfamiliar faces. Take that odd-looking fellow over there, for example. He's been eyeing us most suspiciously ever since we arrived. I can't help but wonder if we are truly safe here. Oh yes, Nero Tolskeva. Ah, that man. Can't say I've spoken to him myself, but rumor has it he's come to hunt for ancient treasures in the Crystal Tower. You've seen the structure I speak of, no? Be hard to miss. That massive pillar of shining crystal that looms high over the land just to the southeast of here. If the tales are to be believed, it's the remnant of some ancient civilization. Details remain a mystery, and that's no doubt why it's drawn adventurers and scholars from all over looking to unearth its secrets. The man over there is no exception, and if my instincts are true, he knows more than most. If you're curious about the tower yourself, you could do worse than to talk to him and see what he knows. Why, if I weren't otherwise occupied with my duties here, I'd have half a mind to join you. I mean, just look at it. I can scarce begin to imagine what wonders lie inside. Why, that's wonderful to hear. Rest assured that this receptionist will work just as hard to see that our efforts do not skip a beat despite the relocation. And with that, Em, I do believe it's time you officially announced your presence to everyone inside. The antecedent and the others will surely be overjoyed to see you. Blah 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 blah. Gotta do it. Press the MSQ. Welcome to our new home, the Rising Stones. Isn't it lovely? Why are you standing around here talking to me? Everyone's waiting for you inside. Poltenay, where's Hori? There's Hori. I did not realize that the Scions had moved until I arrived in Vesper Bay. Thankfully, Oriange was kind enough to direct me here. I know I've only just joined, but if there's anything I can do to help, please let me know. As you can see, our Charlayan allies have furnished us with a wealth of new tomes. It would be prudent for you to broaden your knowledge as well. I think I basically just used the same voice for Flamine. Oh, you wish to help? It's very kind of you. I can manage on my own. Besides, you should be out having grand adventures, not withering away here with me. As ravishing as ever. Perhaps for old time's sake, she would... Gods, Em, don't sneak up on me like that. We bards are an easily startled lot. She trying to fucking have a pass at Flamine. The horror. The horror. I love the smell of victory in the morning. It smells like sweat. No, no. Muntui sauce. No. Victory. Yeah, victory. So here we are, completely independent and unquestionably neutral. Or at least more so than before. Truth be told, I cannot say that it feels that different. Of course, Ida begs to differ. Anybody else? No. Then Alpha no here. Is it not wonderful, M? Now a single presumptuous merchant has darkened our door. I know full well that they will come in time, but for now, let us enjoy the respite. Anybody in here? Nope. Winfilia. This would definitely be a talkie in any other situation, but ARR is weird. Well, it is certainly spacious. Today marks a new beginning for the Scions of the Seventh Dawn. For today we declare our independence. We shall henceforth be beholden to no nation, but serve all of Eorzea's people proudly and openly. But this does not mean that we will sever our ties to the Eorzean alliance. On the contrary, the antecedent and I shall endeavor to strengthen them. Rest assured, however, that we shall not permit political considerations to influence our decisions. Our identity remains unchanged, as does our cause. We're the Scions of the Seventh Dawn, and our single purpose is to safeguard the future of Eorzea. For Eorzea. Can't even see Ida behind me. A moment of your time, M. I would speak of Elidibus. Pardon the intrusion, my lady, but the matter which bringeth me will admit no delay. Mine every attempt to contact the students of Baldessian has been met with silence. No one to respond? How odd. Allow me to try. No response. Surely they would not ignore us. They have never yet, my lady. I fear me we must assume the worst. No, no, I will not believe it. An outpost perhaps, but not their headquarters. Their wards are beyond circumvention. If they come under attack, they will certainly have raised the alarm. None could penetrate their sanctum unnoticed. For those who lack the gift and knowledge both, no. Contact their agents in the field at once. If aught has befallen the students of Baldessian, they may know of it. Though the thought of it pains me, until such time as we have evidence to the contrary, we can but assume the worst. Accordingly, we must needs seek another source of information on Elidibus. It is possible that others in the homeland are possessed of such knowledge. Be fairly warned, however, they are unlike to yield it unconditionally. Do what you must. Yet another unforeseen and unwelcome development. Could be next, I wonder. Visit from a crimson-clad Asian, perhaps? Or ochre? Puce? And which of our allies will then fall silent? For a time, I thought we had gained the upper hand. When you shattered the Crystal of Darkness and cast out La Habrea, I dared to hope we had found a way to rid ourselves of the Asian menace. But I was wrong. He endures and may yet return. Upon that point, I have no doubt that Elizabeth spoke true. There must be a way to destroy them utterly, a way to spare this world their unholy machinations. Dare not consider the alternative. There are forces at work here we do not understand. I discern them all around, disturbances too great and too numerous to be dismissed as mere coincidence. Doubtless the paragons are involved, but how and to what end is far from clear. I know not what will come, but I do know that we will rise and meet it as one. Ah, my stalwart hero, your face is a picture of resolve. I know that you will be ready when the time comes. With luck, however, that will not be for a while. If you return to your private affairs with my blessing, should anything arise, you will be informed. Trial, where are you? I was about to bring that up. So, I haven't done much of Eureka. It's gonna be something that I hit on when we're through with this. Oh, hold on, we got more post-patch. Your intercession was not foretold. You object. We question. Our plans are in motion, your intentions unclear. You survived the seventh order and are now stronger in the gift. Does that not intrigue you? Oh, maybe he was talking about the seventh calamity, not the ardor, or not the split. Okay, right. I was mixing up two different events. No, it does not. Serve as you will. So too shall I. We labor not at cross purposes. The wisdom of his plan shall become apparent in time, when the veil is lifted from their eyes. At long last they see. A Realm Awoken, patch 2.1 MSQ complete. Alright. Got a little time left, so I want to use that. Go chat with the Taru real quick. I take it you've come to study the tomes as well? Very, very important to broaden your knowledge, as Ishtola says. Take me with you, Em, please. I said I wanted to take on greater responsibilities, but I didn't expect her to heap tomes on my desk in response. Right. Same things. I'm gonna imagine it's all the same over there. What was I saying? With the time that we have left, I think we're going to unlock the Amalja and maybe start doing the daily quests, though I might not do them because we are pretty close to the end of time there, and start with cracking those off tomorrow. Let's see. The other one is in Ulda. Which one is it? Is it... Yes, Peace for Thailand. Swift has an involved assignment for a veteran adventurer. Yours is welcome face, Em. I have a task for which one of your impeccable record would be well suited. though perhaps campaign would be a more fitting description, given the sheer commitment this mission demands. As you are well aware, the inhabitants of Thanalan have long suffered the hostilities of the Amalja. The Lizardmen have been quiet for a time, chastened by your victory over the Primal Ifrit, but once again the Beastmen stir. There has been a resurgence in kidnappings and in greater numbers than before. Matters have grown so far out of hand, the local garrisons have petitioned us for reinforcements. That is why I wish you to lead an extended action against the Amalja and put a stop to these raids. Report to Commander Gilsbear, head of security in Little Alamigo, and he will brief you on the details of your duty. Gilsbear, I think is how you're supposed to say that. Little Alamigo. Commander Swift said he has assigned someone to assist with our growing beastman problem. Glad to see the urgency of our situation is being taken seriously. Now, as I am sure the commander explained, the Amalja activity in the region has grown almost frenzied. It seems like the Lizardmen are determined to carry off every peddler and traveler that tries to pass through southern Thanalan. And I am not speaking of furtive nighttime raids here. The bastards are striking in full daylight, even against escorted merchant caravans. We've heard reports of raids as far south as the Segoli Desert, so it is not a simple matter of increasing patrols on the roads into Little Alamigo. Must mount a decisive response and soon. The next time the Amalja appear, I want you ready to send them howling back into the desert. Not long before you arrived, in fact, our scouts reported a merchant resting in plain view on one of the trade routes. Make haste to the location I've marked on your map and see that the fool isn't taken by a raiding party. What is it, adventurer? Not setting up shop here. I simply stopped to give the birds a bit of... Amalja raiders, you say? Kidnapping merchants? I don't suppose you consider waiting around until I've got my chugabos back in the traces, would you? Why does it want me to wait? Overconfident fools. You think your raids here go unnoticed? What treachery is this? You are of the Brotherhood of Ash? We are, though we number but few, we shall be your death this day. Traitorous heathens, your victory will come at a price. Attacking when the enemy's back is turned, your ancestors would turn in their graves. Soldier's life is one of peril. First rule of war is to answer the mind of your enemy as well as your own. Your presence is noted here, adventurer. This is our battle. You need not become involved. We need to go deeper. I am Moogle, and I lead the Brotherhood of Ash. We are what remain of the now that the all-consuming flames have reduced the rest of my people to unthinking zealots. You interest me, child of Eorzea. Be it fortune or fate, I would not ignore the forces that sought to bring us together. I extend to you an invitation to join us at the Ring of Ash. Thank you for not abandoning me to those savages. It's not unusual for Malja to fight amongst themselves. I suppose even the beastmen must have squabbles. Boom, boom, boom. Welcome to the Ring of Ash, adventurer. This place serves as home for our humble gathering of soldiers. My brothers and I seek to hone our martial prowess and honor the blood of our ancestors. Keep to the old ways of the desert nomad and of the warrior. Those who are worthy we show the proper respect, regardless of origin. Her aura carries the reek of brimstone. Could you be one of the champions said to have laid low the Lord of the Inferno? I would have you understand the curse that has befallen our fanatic brethren. They have forgotten the code that governs our people, the glory that comes with a warrior's death. Spirit away the weak and the feeble and offer them up in exchange for the barbed blessings of a hoary god. Day after day, I witness the shameful acts of my kin. The honor of the Amalja is a faded, paltry thing, no longer driven by the righteous fortunes of battle. It is these kidnappings that most stoke the flames of my fury. Why, the victims often bear no arms at all. What triumph can be found in such cowardly acts? We are hunters, my brothers and I. The fallen Amalja who huddle in Zanrak are prey. Share my outrage, then I bid you join us in our kin war. No, I will not accept this pretender. You claim to be one of the heroes who felled Ifrit. I've cut down a dozen men who boasted that feat. More likely you slew a guttering fire sprite and convinced yourself it was the king of the seventh hell. I did not ask your counsel, Lunga. I and I alone make this decision for the Brotherhood. You better not stray into the path of my arrows, adventurer. We have too many enemies for me to waste ammunition on puffed up heroes like you. Forgive this interruption. I shall vouch for the authenticity of your claim. Only one who has faced and defeated Ifrit could have the scent that you do. Past glories, however, will not impress my soldiers. Prove yourself through your actions, and you will find your reception here improved. Our foes are the Amalja of Zanrak. Shall break the fangs that feast on the helpless. Our target is clear and our resolve unshakable. of Ash. Moogle, war leader of the Brotherhood of Ash, wishes to unleash you upon his craven brethren. We, the Amalja, were once simple nomads who roamed the vast plains of Paglathan. If any sought to impede our path, we relished the challenge to our skill at arms. For as long as our people have existed, it has been tradition for aging warriors to make the pilgrimage to the holy land of Zanrak, and there confront the specter of death. It is an honor to cast one's time-tempered soul into the sacred flames, and return one's body to ash. These craven whelps of Zanrak quaver before death's inevitability. They seek not to fortify their spirits, instead groveling before a deity for the strength they do not deserve. I have not the words to express my disgust for the manner of this groveling, this subjugation of the meek by contemptuous weaklings. The path to true greatness lies only in conquering those greater than oneself, doing, and in the doing, attain mastery over one's own failings. War leader, there is trouble. The Flame Fangs have scented fresh prey. We must sound the call to arms. It seems you shall have the chance to prove your talents, adventurer. Show the Brotherhood your unbending steel. Lunga. Your wish, war leader? This warrior is known by the name of Lunga. Though her form may be Mikote, her soul harbors a raging blaze to match that of any Amalja soldier. We of the Brotherhood know only the struggle for martial perfection. Tribe, clan, gender, these details matter not. Lunga, will you accompany our newest ally into battle? What? You chose me for this task? Surely there are others more fitting, some hatchling in training, perhaps? Enough. I grow weary of your insolence. Shall I have my blade answer your mewling? No, war leader. It shall be as you command. Now we shall see you for the charlatan you are. Meet me at this spot on your map. I pray your screams are short-lived. Oh God, save me, save me. Where have you been? I've already felled the forward scout. See the markings? We almost certainly face flame fangs. Take up your position and keep your weapon ready. Your weapon handy. The rest will soon be upon us. Expected you to die here. Come now, we return to the Ring of Ash. Whew. Made short work of those raiders. I do not know who you are or where you came from, but you have my thanks. I heard the Amalja were snatching folk from the trade routes again, but I thought that was just my rivals trying to scare me out of business. After all, the roads have been safe enough until now. I'll have to hire a guard or two for the next time I pass through here. Damn beastmen. Sellsword wages do so eat into a man's profits. Expected you to die here. Come now, we return to the Ring of Ash. Said that before. You are no hatchling in battle, that much is obvious, but do not think me so easily impressed. It is yet the question of your resolve. Brotherhood of Ash is a conclave of elite warriors. Under the command of Hamuj Ga, we wage a war of attrition against the zealots of Zenrak. Those fallen Amalja build altars and pitch camps wherever they please, convincing themselves that they are the masters of the Holy Land. It must feel brave indeed to challenge none but the weak and the undefended. Recall the raiders you faced but recently. They were members of the Flame Fangs, a faction among the Zenrak Amalja that, more than any other, delight in kidnappings. Naturally, they also draw the most ire of the Brotherhood. It is our mission to see their ambitions ground into dust and their leaders slain. Indeed, it is the duty of all who would call themselves true Amalja warriors. Now a warning, do not seek to meddle too deeply into our affairs. This war is not some distraction to be dabbled in by outsiders such as you. You think my words unconvincing? Think that I, too, am no Amalja to the seven hells with which you think. Go make your report to Hamuj Ga before he has to find himself a new pet adventurer.
Honored ally, news of your battle has spread throughout the camp. By all accounts, you fought with uncanny ability. None may doubt that yours was the hand that slew a raging god. If our cause rings true in your heart, then I would further welcome your aid. Will you unleash your fury alongside the soldiers of the Brotherhood?
I will. Let the zealots fear our coming.
Well said. Yours is a true warrior's heart. Though we may differ in many ways, the foe that we topple is the same. Let us vow death to the Flame Fangs. Theirs is a fire that cannot be suffered to burn.
Travel quest unlocked. Let's go. Alright. Big one. A little past time, and it'll take quite a bit to do it. Now, so we're gonna call it there rather than finish these off and return to Gridania. While I am teleporting away, thank you so much for watching. If you wouldn't mind leaving a like on the stream as you make your way out, that would be very appreciative. If you'd like to know the next time that I go live, always, you can subscribe to the channel or join the community Discord, !Discord, in the live chat to get that link, or check out the video description below. Yeah, we finished off the 2.1 MSQ, as well as, which included, so yeah, let me pull up my checklist. This thing's off. We finished off the 2.1 MSQ. Here. Finish off the 2.1 MSQ. That included going through Thornmarch hard. We have started the Sylph and Amalja reputation grinds, and that's what we're gonna likely be doing every stream as to start with. So next stream, probably start the Labyrinth questline. That seems like a good place to start, so we can unlock the Crystal Tower, do the Labyrinth of the Ancients, do all that stuff. I know there's a couple of prerequisite quests that you have to do before you get to the actual Alliance raid, and I imagine even on Dynamis there'll be people running the Alliance raid stuff, so I think we'll be fine just sticking out here rather than having to switch to Aether for that. So yeah, that'll probably do it for me for today. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you the next time I see you.